Welcome back, everyone. Today, our main activity is going to be continuing with our Bob Ross paintings data hackathon. But before we dive into that, does anyone have anything you'd like to discuss? All right.
Jeremy, I think you talked about going over your answers to assignment 3.
Yes. Okay. Well, when I shuffle you off into the breakout rooms, I'll like turn on sharing for my assignment, and I'll post it. Oh, right. I was going to send it out through Collaboratory, so it's not like on the internet. Okay. I will do that as soon as I shunt you off into your breakout rooms. Sorry about that, and thanks for the reminder. Any other things you'd like to bring up or discuss? Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to open 3 breakout rooms because there were 3 groups on Monday. And why don't we just spend the class doing this stuff? Feel free to reach out on Gitter. I'll leave that. I'll kind of continuously monitor that, and then I'll kind of pop in and out of each room periodically to see how things are going. And I'll also monitor the Zoom chat. And why don't we go until like 2 p.m. and then we'll take the last 15 minutes of class to kind of debrief. Sound good, everyone? All right. Good luck. May the force be with you all.
Which room is which? Does it, I guess we could just say which room we should do if my group wants to go.
Well, if you remember which room you were in last time, I don't know, if one person goes into room 1, then if you were in their group, you could go into that room. If not, you could go into room 2. And then if you were in either of those people's groups, you could join them, or you could go into room 3, and that should sort everyone.
Jeremy, that sounded like an if-elif statement.
That's how I think about everything, so right on.
Can I ask you to please move me in room 2 because my Zoom does not have the options? Thank you.
Sure. You're always testing my limits of Zoom knowledge. I like that.
Maybe it's because mine just don't exist. Thank you.
Hey, Courtney and I missed Monday, but we have a project that we've discussed and a direction we'd like to go in.
Would you
mind?
See. I don't know how to. Can I like create a new room?
We could also jump on the personal Zoom or like stay here.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. I don't know. Just want to stay here. I'll maybe mute my audio and video for a sec while I deal with the setting up the notebook, and then I guess I'll treat this as another room. Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure thing.
Cool.
So we open up the.
Yeah. Do you want to screen share or?
Sure.
You type code with less errors than I do.
Okay. Sounds good. Let me pull it up. Oh my goodness, I need to shave. I haven't looked at myself in a long time. Jeez.
Hey, perks of the pandemic, man.
Yeah. Oh boy, where is the screen?
Okay. I am.
Sorry, this is gonna take like 2 seconds.
That's totally fine. I'm looking at the Bob Ross collab.
Awesome. Oh, I don't know where I have it. I need to go do some things. Oh, you're gonna see all of my like mess of tabs open. That's okay though.
That's fine. You're not sharing your screen yet.
think it's this one. Can you see that?
Yep.
Sweet. So we've got, sorry for scrolling. We need to run some things.
Yeah, no worries. And this is the shared one, yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Yeah, go ahead and run that. Yep, that's.
Can you see me like doing things in it on your computer?
No, only because I see you sharing your screen, but
Oh, okay.
it's not like letting me know that someone else is in here and or like running the notebook. So that's
Oh, that would be kind of cool if it were like live.
yeah, totally. I mean, like you can see that on Google Docs, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Compatibility functions.
Here we go.
Okay, so I do actually see the building wheel for hyper tools.
On your screen and in your Google Doc?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Like I think if you were to run things, yeah.
That's super cool. All right, what if I did the
Yeah,
wow.
I think so. What happens if you go like all the way down to the bottom and like type in some code? I want to see if I see it live. Right there's a
Okay.
code cell. Yeah.
I'm typing now.
Yeah, I don't see it live, but I bet like let me see if
Did
what
you
happens
see
if I refresh.
I just made some output. Did that come up?
Let me see. If I refresh, like it kind of catches me up to speed, but
Oh, so it's not like live.
yeah, exactly. So why don't we just I'll just look at what you're typing and stuff and
Sounds
but yeah. Okay, so let's see. You were thinking SVM
yeah.
prediction based on the title.
What I've what I've kind of gone back on the SVM thing because I was hoping there would be like a thing that would give us sort of
Bag of
like
words.
season, like time of year or something
I
like that. I was hoping there'd be a little bit more description,
Sure.
which then would allow us to do really cool stuff to like predict that from the colors, like anything that would be color relevant. But
Sure. I mean, are there 4 different variables of like picture items that we could use, right? Like mountain, I would, well,
oh, is that yeah.
like snowy mountain probably suffices as winter. I mean, we could
Oh,
really
I
go
didn't even
crazy
see the
here.
winter. Oh,
Oh, that's
Courtney, you're
great.
a genius. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, it's
I try
here.
really hard to do things like read variable names, Chris Walker. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so I didn't see winter. I wonder if they have like spring or summer or anything else. I don't.
Oh, geez, check this out. Yeah.
There's a lot of rich objects in there.
There's this whole thing. Let's see, is there
Like
there's
we
no
could do-
fall.
Yeah. But
Farm fence. Lake, lighthouse, mountain.
What if we just clustered? Could we do some kind of clustering?
Yeah, we could definitely do clustering. Like, well, that would be kind of like what?
Hey guys,
What we could do.
did you have any, sorry to jump in. I was gonna go kind of tour the other rooms. Did you have anything you wanted to chat about first or?
I think we're just idea generating. I think we're good.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Sure thing.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Good. So we got the captions in. We figured out how to do
Ooh,
that.
Sweet. Awesome. Oh, nice.
So now
I love that.
we're deciding what we want to do and what we should turn the captions into in order to do it.
So what is your kind of goal here?
We weren't 100% clear. We were thinking about maybe maybe documenting the like frequency of occurrence of various words.
Okay. Yeah, so you can do that using scikit-learn, so sklearn. There's a function called a count vectorizer, which
Is that already?
it's not loaded in, but if you, it's just like import scikit-learn or sklearn as, you know, I usually do skl or something like that.
I don't want
And
to
then
rerun this all again.
Let's see, I have to look up what. My browser is not. There we go. So it's sklearn. So it's skl dot feature underscore extraction dot text dot count vectorizer.
Dot count vectorizer.
Yeah, like all yeah, like that, and then parentheses, and then the string containing the text you want.
So we want. Okay, so we would need to do this, like.
And then it's going to do a few things. So so one thing you want is the vocabulary. That's going to be your list of words. And that's, so once you create this object, the vocabulary underscore attribute is going to have your like dictionary of like vocabulary words and
so
counts.
This is going to return a dictionary of.
It's going to return an object, an instance of an object, of a count vectorizer object.
Okay.
And then one of the attributes is going to be called vocabulary. You should definitely do it on one, like example one before you.
Okay. So
like the other thing, yeah, so the other thing to notice with the text, what you have here is a list of dictionaries. That's what the caption is. So the text, so you want to, what I would do is like a list comprehension where you could say like, you know, apply this to caps. So you could say C of text for C in caps, and that will get you out the like text attributes of the dictionary. And then you could do like space dot join of that list, and that will join all of the lines of the caption into a single long string.
Okay, so right, so that would be like
so I can like type that out, but you want something so like
it would be like it would be like C.
Yeah, I just sent it in the chat. I mean, that's one way to do it.
See the chat.
Hold on. Do you want me to paste it into Gitter? Or?
Yeah, I don't know why it's like I can't.
I've had trouble with that too. I'm always confused about like it might be hidden behind some window. That's usually what happens for me. But yeah, when I'm doing like full screen sharing and running Zoom, I have no idea where to find everything or anything. Okay, but anyways, here's I just pasted the code into Gitter if you want to.
Okay.
Let's see, I think you're group 1, right? Okay.
Okay. So this would be,
That's like your transcript. Oh, no, that's going to be
Oh,
just
yeah,
a
that's
single
gonna-
string. So you want to say like transcript equals that. And that will be your input to the count vectorizer.
okay.
So you want to do like count vectorizer of transcript. And then if you, sure. And then remove the COUNT at the start of that. Or to the right, yeah. Great. And then you can like examine that object once you run that.
Let me try it.
Oh,
It might,
oh, maybe do double quotes there.
I think when it got copied over, the quotes changed to something else, and that's why it doesn't like it.
Oh, I see what it is actually. That's fine. What the problem is on the next line, there's a square bracket at the end.
oh,
Awesome. Okay. And then vect.vocabulary will be a dictionary. Oops. I think you may print out. I think you may need
right.
No, that's going to be none.
Oh, what?
I think what you want is vocabulary underscore. That's what the so just type in underscore and then press enter or sorry, run that. Interesting. All right, let's see. I'll have to look at this. So let's see. So feature extraction. Okay. Is that not right? That is so weird. It's not even working for me. Okay, let's see, skl.version. If you type skl.__version__,
Here.
what does that give you?
That version.
Yeah, so underscore or version __. Okay, that's good. Man, sklearn. Okay, I think I spelled it right. Done. If you say dir of vect, what do you get? So dir of vect.
Of
Yeah.
get attribute.
Here, scroll down a little.
Vocab be what we're looking for?
Sure. Why don't we try that?
Okay. So
Oh, you know what? I bet. You know what? I bet vect is the thing that oh no, that's okay. Maybe if you put two parentheses, like open parenthesis, close parenthesis after count vocab. Let's see what that does.
raw documents and fixed.
So maybe pass in transcript to that.
Fixed vocab. So does it want us to identify what the vocab we're looking for?
So I think what it is the vect is like something to you know what? Let me just look up an example of how someone uses this.
I mean, I could just do this in the CS1 way and just like create a new dictionary of all the new words or something.
Sure. Let's see. So, oh, okay. So here's how to do it. So in like the second to last cell, remove transcript from the vect, like at the end of that vect line.
Yeah.
And then run that. And then say vect dot fit underscore transform of transcript. So yeah, and then transcript. Okay. Maybe you have to enclose that as a list. Okay. Lovely. Okay, so store the output of that function to some variable like X or something.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
And then now so if you type like X dot shape, what do we have?
Sub property.
Yeah, okay, great.
Okay.
So if you just print out X, that should be a bunch of values. Or yeah, sure. Okay. So those are the counts. And then the words are going to be x dot get underscore feature underscore names. And then you have to run that function. So get underscore.
Doesn't seem to think it.
Or sorry, it'd be vect dot get feature names. Yeah, and then you want to run that function. Oh. Sorry, so you have to put open parenthesis, close parenthesis at the end of get feature names. And that'll give you a list of strings.
Okay.
So the values in X. So first of all, if you want to convert X as a sparse matrix, which is kind of a strange format to work with. So you might want to say X dot to array, all one word, all lowercase, or like X equals X dot to array. That'll make it a NumPy array. And then now you have like vect okay. Do you want me to just type it for a sec? Would that be useful?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you have?
Okay. Yeah, I can control your screen if you want. Okay. So, oh.
I've had problems with this working before.
Nah, I can't actually do it. Well, oh well. Okay, I'll just type it in Gitter.
Okay.
So if you do
oh, I have to. It's a system preferences problem.
that's okay.
I guess the default is not allowing other people to remotely control your screen.
That's fine. Okay, so I just pasted into Gitter. You could get it, how you can get a dictionary where each vocabulary word is a key, and then the values are the counts, like how many times that word appears.
Okay, so this
That's
is
a dictionary comprehension.
Right. Okay, so this W. Okay. Okay.
So you could call that counts or something like that.
Cool. And then so this is, so the names are the words, and then the oh yeah, okay. Right. Okay. So what kind of analyses do you guys want to do?
Right. I'm going to move on to another group if you're good with that.
I think we can do something from here.
Awesome. All right. Good luck.
Thank you.
Sure thing.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Three dots on the right. Can you see it?
Oh no, it's still all there. Oh, well. Okay, wait, sorry, what?
Yeah, so there are 3 dots, right? So if you click
Mhm.
right click there.
Wait, are you controlling? Wait, hold on.
I'm not controlling it.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure. But I don't want to like do this all manually is the thing. Like I could like do this, but there's, 1,700 files.
You can.
Jeremy, how do you?
Yeah. Can you make a new code cell?
Yeah.
And then if you just type ls and see what comes out of that, and then run it. Okay, so you could say
Oh,
rm
will it specify all of the
space star.jpg
Yes, sorry.
and then enter, and then run that. Okay. And then,
Ooh, thank you. Amazing.
were you just gonna go through manually and that?
No,
seems
no, I was
tricky.
refusing to do that. I don't know how else to do
Okay.
it.
That'd be rough. So that syntax is called bash. It's like a shell
Mhm.
script thing.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I didn't
You can
like
also
connect
use
that I could
the
use that here
OS
for some reason.
library in
Hmm.
Python.
You don't need to make it into a bash because like in other Jupyter notebooks I run that aren't on Colab, I have to like make a
The
bash
magic
stuff.
cell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You not need to do that here.
You don't need to do that here.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, it is kind of cool. Yeah, it does a few kind of like the Jupyter magic stuff. It does a few things like automatically. Same thing with like displaying figures. It does the like matplotlib inline magic for you without you having to type it.
Gotcha. Should we change the frame rate now so we don't get as many?
Yeah, totally. I don't know what a good step size is for this though.
Should we do like 20 or is that too high?
Maybe
How long is
sure.
the
I mean,
file?
it's 5 right now. Good question.
Oh, it's 27 minutes. Maybe we should do
yeah.
more than 20 actually.
So like, just think of it this way. So 30 frames is almost like 1 second. So do we want like 1 second like 1 frame every second? I think we can just go up to as high as, I don't
Got a number.
know.
I mean,
like every 10 seconds, let's say, like every 10 seconds, so like 300.
Sure, we can start there. Were y'all good with trying that? Okay. Oh no. I guess it doesn't, it's probably not smoothly dividing by that number.
oh,
So I think you just need to convert to let's see. So I think you might just need to convert frame ID modulo math.floor frame rate. You could either, I would just convert that to an int. So just say int of like,
Wait. Oh, sorry. Converting
so
this part to int.
right before frame ID. So after that, it's just type int and then open parenthesis and then go all the way to the close parenthesis after frame rate and then type a close parenthesis there. And then I think that'll work. Nope. Oh,
I was thinking of something with like the number
sorry.
you chose.
You actually, sorry, frame ID is what you want to convert to an integer. I'm sorry.
This is just this? Okay.
Yeah. Math.floor doesn't do it. Okay, so also convert the output of math, int of math.floor frame rate. I would have thought that would return an integer, but
Mm.
this
by
one, you
0, I
kinda-
guess it could be a 0 then. So are you sure that frame rate starts with 1?
It starts with 0. Like the
Ah.
very first is 0.
So you could just say,
Hmm.
so you could say,
Should we just pick a different frame
so,
rate?
so a different way to do this.
So for
I see.
me,
So you're
just-
like getting each successive frame one at a time and then like only saving it out if you're like if the frame ID modulo the frame rate is 0. So it's like an increment, or I guess it's this, it's really the skip rate. It's like the opposite of frame rate, 1 over the frame rate, but that's fine. So you could say, as a different way to write that, you could say like, have like a, well, what is X here? Is X something useful?
Good question.
So you
I
could
don't
just
think
have,
I've seen this
if you
before.
wanted, well,
Anyway.
if you could just keep that and say if X,
Where should I put that? Like after this, before this?
so if, sorry, in replace, after, in the if statement after the break there,
Okay.
if you say if X modulo, well, I guess, sorry, before you complete that line, could you open another code cell and then we should look at what frame rate is. Ah, 0 is going to give us 0 division. You could just set frame rate to 300, right? I think that's what you want.
All right. We're just
And
adapting some sample
and then
code,
actually,
and then just run this.
yeah, and you could probably get rid of the ints, but.
Okay. Seems promising.
All right, let's see. Cool.
Can you load one in so we can see how much of a difference there is between frames now?
Huh. Oh, that's cool.
I wish I had like reorganized this. So this is part 1. This is 2. Wait, let me close the ones I had before.
I
Okay.
just wanted to make sure he actually moved within those 10 seconds.
Yeah.
So we can then figure out which ones we want to use.
Oshita, what
Or like-
about change the file name just with the number so we can, now it's set to frame and
Oh, this. You
Yeah.
want just like the number? Okay.
Can't you sort it by like increasing number?
probably not off the top of my head. Jeremy, do you know like how
To sort the file, so I think it's just alphabet. I don't know how to sort by like numerically. It's just going alphabetically. So like 0, or alphabetically from the perspective of like character codes. So 0 has a lower character code than 1. So anything that like, you know, the frame is constant across all of these, but anything with a 0 in front will go first. Anything with a 1 in front will go second, etc. So it's kind of treating it like letters instead of numbers. sadly.
So this wouldn't, so just changing the file name to just number wouldn't change the problem.
So usually what you have to do is make it like
001.
if, yeah, or case, switch case. I don't know, I'm just talking about live, but like you have to kind of make cases. If it's like 1 digit, add 00 in front of the
Oh,
reference.
no. Is that what you want to do? So if you just do, what if you just do, instead of %d, you could do % like 3d. I think that might just do what you want.
I see.
That makes it an integer, right? Like it treats it as, or no?
Well, it's already an integer, right?
Sorry, it might, like, so what does adding the 3D do?
Like digits.
It forces it to be 3 digits.
Yeah, okay. That's what I meant. Okay. So should we rerun that?
Doing it.
Sounds good.
Oh, sorry. I think you have to do 03D. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Does this even do anything? Okay. Oh,
Yeah, that's just
okay.
going to add
Interesting.
spaces, actually.
What is this great though?
Hmm?
I think it was working there. Oh, it would change.
Oh, I stopped it, so then I.
So
Oh wait, hold on.
right
I forgot
before,
again.
so instead of, yeah, exactly. So that'll make everything 3 digits or 3 or more digits.
Woo.
Cool.
Are we happy with the spacing so far?
I think we can go above 300, right? You think?
Can we look at the actual painting part? Because I don't know how quickly he paints stuff. And those
That
are the
is
actual frames that we
fair.
care about, right?
Cool. Yeah.
Are you guys good here?
So
for a
far,
bit?
yeah. Thank you
Okay.
so much for all the help.
Sure. Yeah, sure thing.
Jeremy.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good. So just to fill you in here,
Cool.
so we're doing the trying to figure out, if certain colors correspond to a certain part of the image.
Yeah, super cool.
So we found
nice.
the median seems to work the best.
That's great. Yeah, that looks really cool.
And so you can sort of see some.
Yeah, definitely
here.
blue sky, green grass, kind of tree things in the middle. Yeah, mountainy thing.
And Megan
Yeah.
pointed out, and you can see this in all the different methods used, there's kind of an oval shape here, which she thought might be because not all the images have a rectangular frame.
Yeah.
So we thought, and I didn't even realize that. So we thought, okay, maybe the next thing we'll do, rather than trying to sort of ask some sub questions, is let's see if we can take away all those images that have frames and then recalculate this with.
So you could do that. What happens in those images? Like, is it just black in outside of the frame, or?
That's
it's just white outside of the frame.
It's white. So one thing you could do then is to just set all of the pixels that are pure white to nans, like np.nan. And then instead of taking the median, you can take the nan median.
Are they pure white, or are they like white?
Well, I guess that's something you have to check. So if it's like a
so it's
I don't know if
it
it's like
doesn't look
literally
like a photograph
masked.
to me.
It's a photograph.
Yeah, it's not a photo. It looks to me as if it's pure white, not like a photograph of an oval painting on a white canvas or
Oh.
anything like that. I mean, I
Okay.
don't know for sure.
Well, if that's
like they're
so,
like cut out.
okay, so if that's right and they're all white, you could just convert all pure white pixels to nans and then take the nan mean instead of, or the nan median instead of the median. And that will just ignore any nan values in the computation for that pixel.
Is there a nan or is it a none? What is?
It's just called NaN. It stands for not a number.
But is that a NumPy thing or does
Yeah,
Python
so
have a name?
np dot
Okay.
NaN at all
I
lowercase.
see.
Or
Oh, all lowercase. Got it.
yeah,
I'm used to the MATLAB syntax there.
may not matter, but I usually do all lowercase.
Okay, so if we're gonna do that, here's our all images is our array that we're using. So we want to find where each value is 0. We want to set it to.
Well, so you might want to check out also the numpy dot is close. So that doesn't force it to be exact equality. You can be off by a tiny, tiny bit, and you can actually set the tolerance of that. But I think what you want is something like, well, so first of all, I guess you want to know if the like values go from 0 to 1 or 0 to 255 or like what scale we're working on.
They go from 0 to 1 as
okay.
Floats.
So what you want to know is like maybe get all the images or all the pixels where the red and the green and the blue channel are all close to 1.
Okay.
And then if that's true, then you set the red, green, and blue values for that pixel, for that image to nan.
So
you could have like, let's see, so one way, so there's a it's operator that might be useful here called the bitwise and operator. So what you can do is if you write like a statement, like let's say you want to get all the images where, so what is it? It's like a number, it's like a height by width by colors by images matrix. So you could say all images of colon, comma, colon, comma, 0, comma, colon, equal, or, well, you could, for now, you could say equals 1. And then enclose that in parentheses. And then just write a single ampersand.
Okay.
And then repeat that except for a 1 instead of 0 there. So that'll get you all the greens that are 1. And then same thing, but with a 2 instead of a 1, and that'll get all the blues that are 1. And that will give you a height by width by 1 by number of images matrix. So that tells you all of the you could say no white that shape. Oh, it squeezed it for you. Okay, great. So you could say well, so that's just going to be so like that tells you for each image where are the white pixels. So if you looked at like the first, you could do like sns.heatmap of no white of like colon 0. and that'll give you like the first one. Okay, so there's just a few white pixels there.
So this is width height of the image, and then looking
That's
for
the image index.
Yeah, the first
And then,
image. Okay.
And then you could, maybe the easiest way to do it would be to just loop through all the images, and anywhere where that no white, so if you just say like for I in range no white dot shape of 2, with square brackets.
Oh, right.
And then like all images of colon I, or sorry.
Well,
No, you gotta, I guess you have to do it separately for red, green, and blue. So
yeah.
colon 0, comma I, oh, let's see, what do you do? You could say, just like, so put a second square bracket after the closed square bracket there. And then inside there, you could say no underscore white of colon I, and then I think that will work.
Wait.
So what you're doing there is you're like indexing, so you're like referring to all the values where the matrix you passed in is true, which will be all the places where it's 1. And then you're setting those values to nan. And then you have to copy that line 2 more times. And then, so this will replace all the reds at those images with nans. Then you want to replace the greens by changing the 0 to a 1. And then the blues by changing the 1 to a 2.
I see. Okay. So I'm gonna just make a.
Oh shoot. And I should get back to the main room because we're running out of time here.
Okay.
But all right. Okay.
So we got our data, then we selected a training and a test set.
Right.
Then we got the outcome, the winter, the binary, friend selected training and test for that. Then we got the colors, training and test for that. We made a classifier, we fit it, and then we tested it, and then we checked. And so that one did really well. The one that was
right, 90% with all the features. And then we did the dimensionality reduction and ran a second SVM.
Right. On just like a dimensionality reduced 2 components so that we could plot the decision boundary somehow.
Cool.
What are you classifying here?
If paintings are in the winter or not based on the colors used in them.
Oh, that's cool.
Chris, can you print out the accuracy of the 2 PCA component SVM?
Yes.
I just want to see how different they are.
Let's see.
By the way, everyone's going to come back in like, oh yeah, they're already coming back.
Oh.
Sorry, could
No
have
worries.
shared that before. Sorry about that. All right, welcome back, everyone. Does anyone want to, like, maybe one person from each group could like very quickly kind of talk, like, you know, say a sentence or 2 about what you're working on?
So room 3, we were working to sort of find which for each sort of part of the image, what color is sort of most common there? What's sort of the median color? And as you might expect, sort of top of the image would be sort of blue because you might have a lot of sky there, versus sort of the middle might be a little more green from all the vegetation. And so we got a sort of a very blurry image of that looked like this. And then we realized this sort of oval thing here shape might be coming because some images have oval frames or they're not rectangular frames. So the thing we were working on never quite fully resolved was how to deal with the fact that not all the images have rectangular frames. So, yeah.
Cool. Awesome. That looks cool. You can imagine like plotting like a median. So there's the median across all images, but then you could like separate by different features, like, you know, paintings with trees, what do they look like, or winter paintings. That could be cool.
Yeah, we were thinking about that as well, but we thought we'll start with the frames and then
Yeah, right
optimistically
on.
we'll get that done and go to the features, which
Very
didn't happen.
cool. Neat. How about one of the other groups?
So for group 2, we kind of had like this parallel track of object like detection. So one kind of track was trying to extract some frames out of video, and like by frame, we tried to extract like object in the frame. And the other track was trying to just make like this really short sample of video just for data, for like testing on purpose. And then try to use video object detection. So it's like the same thing, but like applied to frame, and the other one is applied to video. But we are kind of like working on it.
Cool. What are you using? Are you using TensorFlow or?
Yeah, so we Clara found this image AI software. I think it's using both TensorFlow and Keras.
Yeah, I think Keras is now part of TensorFlow actually.
Yeah, it's like a clue.
Yeah, it's like, so Keras is like a higher level syntax or like a wrapper for TensorFlow, but I think they've merged at this point. I'm not 100% sure of that, but yeah, really, really cool. Yeah, there's a lot of like neat, I mean, you can like define your own models. That's like the main point of TensorFlow, but then it comes with like a whole bunch of cool built-in models, and then other groups and libraries have built on top of it. Very cool.
Yeah, I think you have to kind of check because this one provides 80 objects. Not sure if it could be applied to abstract paintings.
I guess we'll find out. Yeah. Huh. That's cool. Neat. How about Jane? What group were you? You were group 2. Okay. Group 1. Do you want to give a quick synopsis?
We were trying to sort of like record or sort of document like the frequency of different words used in like a particular video, and we're maybe thinking about looking at other videos as well. We were having some trouble still like getting it in sort of like a workable form. We were still having some problems with like because we still were learning, like Jeremy suggested this tool from the like sklearn library, and it was just, we're just having trouble sort of wrangling it into like the right format. But
I see.
Ideally we'll ideally we
We'll
would
get
be
there someday. Yeah.
yeah, we'll be looking at like the frequency of various words in different videos.
Cool. Neat. And Chris and Courtney, do you want to, I guess, group 0 there or main room?
Yeah, for sure. So we are broadly interested in like what you can learn from the colors used in a painting about what's going on in the actual painting. So a first step we took today was to train a classifier on the colors used in the painting and use that to predict whether the painting was in winter or not in winter. And we got 90% accuracy doing that. And we wanted to just make a pretty plot and see the decision boundary. So we used a PCA to project our training values into a two-dimensional set of values and then use that to make a plot of our decision boundaries. But unfortunately, the new classifier, when we did that, its performance suffered a bit. It dropped down to about 70% identifying winter scenes versus not winter scenes. So, I mean, understood because we lost a lot of our dimensions, but still cool to see the boundary.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a neat, yeah, that sounds super neat. Yeah, really cool ideas, everyone. So what would you like to do on Friday? We could either continue with this or we could move on to something else. Who would like to continue with this?
I'd like to continue.
That's hard. Yeah, okay, who would not like to continue with this? Who would like to move on to something else? You'd like to move on? Oh, great. So it's like 50-50 split.
What's something else? What's coming next?
Well, what I was thinking is, I just want you to get practice with these libraries. So I guess one thing we could do on Friday is to have each group kind of walk us through their notebook and tell us what they've done. So, you can choose to clean it up beforehand or not, but, and then maybe we could kind of ask questions to each other or brainstorm other ways of solving the problems, things like that. And then, because you've all kind of used different approaches in libraries, so that might be a way of vicariously getting some exposure to these things. You want to try that? Okay, let's do that then. Okay, so yeah, see you all on Friday then. Take care.